Big story. Now, Detroit had a really good season. Detroit's been building towards greatness, didn't get there again. What is Detroit going to do with Tarik Skubal? Because the rumors are everywhere that when the general managers go to the GM meetings next week, the Detroit is going to start taking trade offers for Tarik Skubal. I mean, this guy is a stud. This guy is their ace. He's got 1 year left on his contract. The opinion from agents is that Skubal's going to ask for $30 million per year, and Detroit's never paid that. And Detroit does not seem willing to pay that. But what message does it send if you trade Skubal? I mean, he's 13-6 this past year, 2.21 ERA. Nobody has it. 2.21 ERA, 241 strikeouts in 201 innings. So what message does it say if they trade him? Cubs. Rumors everywhere that when the free agent window opens 5 days after the World Series is over, they're going to offer Dylan Cease of the Padres $30 million a year to go back to Chicago.
Wow.
I mean, that's a phenomenal amount of money. It's double, more than double what he's making now. Cease, by the way, in San Diego, 22-23, 3.98 ERA. His Padre numbers almost match his numbers that while he was with the White Sox. But the Cubs reportedly, they got space, they got money. They want Dylan Cease. Padres, is it time to make a decision? I've gotten so much response to things I've said on this podcast, the columns I've written on my website about Albert Pujols. Pujols' credentials are phenomenal. 22-year major league star, 703 home runs, leadership capabilities through the roof, respect everywhere. Never managed. I don't take managing in the Winter League for 3 weeks as great experience because MLB is very different from any other experience. Are you hiring him based on credentials? Are you hiring him to win the press conference? Or you're hiring him because he's good friends with Machado and Tatis? And by the way, that's a separate argument. We need somebody who's going to ride these guys and get the best out of these guys all times of the year. Or do we need Machado and Tatis to have a best friend in the clubhouse? For some reason, John, to me, it's a weird feeling. We have 90 wins. We have 93 wins. We have record crowds, all-time revenue for the franchise, Petco Park, destination point. And yet, in the aftermath of all that, it seems like this thing has failed, that this thing has let us down, and that we're no closer to being great. In fact, we might be going backwards than we've been the last couple of years. So you tell me where you are in terms of the Padres, the mindset, who the manager should be. And the Angels, now they've fired the entire coaching staff. Over the weekend, they let everybody go after axing Ron Washington and then the unique and very different hire of Kurt Suzuki. And if that's not enough, second week of really nasty testimony began today in the Tyler Skaggs drug case. So this dark cloud, I'm not talking about the weather, this dark cloud over the Angel franchise in Anaheim just continues. So, John, you're trading the pitcher? Can you believe the Cubs would do that for Cease? What are the Padres going to do decision-wise and talk Halo baseball?
Imagine if you're a Tiger fan, okay? And, they've had some, lean, neat years these past 20. I mean, they were really good this year and I think the previous year as those young kids have matured. You got a brand new stadium. Well, maybe not so brand new anymore. I mean, I don't know how old that is. It's probably about 25 years old. But, people were expecting them to be a contender like the Tigers have been historically. And now you want to dump one of the top pitchers in the league. Now, if you get a Padre Juan Soto Washington Nationals kind of a heist, and you get a Mackenzie Gore and a James Wood and that kind of a loaded deal, maybe the Tigers do that. But, for a playoff team to dump their number one, I mean, why not just pay the guy?
I concur wholeheartedly.
Yeah, and then the Cubs is interesting, too, because I think Dylan Cease was drafted by the Cubs originally.
Way back.
Yeah, so that's interesting that it comes full circle. But, I mean, that guy could be just so freaking amazing. This is true with the White Sox. He'd be amazing one day and then a head-scratcher the next. It's a tough call for $30 million a year, for some extended period of time. The Padres, the Pujols thing, I mean, it sounds interesting. It's probably sounds better than a lot of the other options. So, we'll see how this whole thing goes with the Padres. But, have they failed? Well, they are regressing. I mean, they were in the 2022 NLCS and then the 24 NLDS. And then this year they were only in the wild card series. So they're going backwards. But they're just so freaking close, So as a fan, I'm excited that the Padre ownership and the general manager, they're aggressive and they're making moves, because 20, 30 years ago, they barely did anything.
Fire sales.
Yeah. So you got to be encouraged from that point of view, but you don't get the result, scoreboard. And, sometimes those deals don't work out the way you think they're going to work out. So,
And the Angels storyline?
it's just a disaster. But if you're bringing in a new coach, you got to start from scratch and just kind of clear the table.
Okay, that's all things baseball. You're invited to participate. You have an opinion. You don't have an opinion, do you? Damn, everybody on this podcast has an opinion. Fans forum chat box is open. We go from baseball